Thanks for tuning in to 5 While You Drive, an American Daily Press podcast, where we bring you 5 trending topics for your daily commute. Today is November 6th, 2024. It's been a while since we last talked, but we're all back now, and wow, what a time to be alive. Today is an election aftermath special edition. The top story today, Donald J. Trump is the presumptive 47th president-elect of the United States. I say presumptive because the current VP, Kamala Harris, who is the Democratic nominee, has not yet conceded the race, at least not at the time of recording this episode, the day after the election. Different electoral maps have different numbers. For instance, the AP has Trump winning with 277 electoral votes. Fox News also has him at 277. MSNBC has Trump at 276, as well as CNN. And Decision Desk has him at 286. The common thread here is that they all have called the presidential race for Trump. But wait, it's not just an electoral victory. For the first time since George W. Bush did it in 2004, the popular vote was won by the Republican candidate. Roughly 72 million votes to Kamala Harris's 67 million. To put those numbers in perspective, in 2020, Trump received roughly 74 million votes, and Biden received 81 million. Now, it doesn't take a college math professor to know that 67 is less than 81, but it does make one wonder what happened to those other 14 million voters. I'm sure we'll get some amazing theories about that in the coming days. So, which states flipped in 2024? Georgia, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, and at the moment, it looks like Michigan and Nevada are leaning towards turning red, although those last 2 states have not yet officially been called. As I mentioned earlier, the Harris campaign has not yet conceded the election, but the maths don't seem to be on their side. Next on the list, let's talk about the Senate. There are 100 seats in the Senate, and the GOP has, as of recording this episode, picked up 3 additional seats, one from Montana, one from West Virginia, and one from Ohio. That puts the balance of power in favor of the Republicans with 52 confirmed seats to the Democrats' 44. The 4 remaining seats are in Nevada, Pennsylvania, Arizona, and Michigan. The GOP is leading in the former, and the Democrats are leading in the latter. With the exception of Arizona, the margins here are razor thin. Nevada has Republican candidate Sam Brown at 47.6% and Democratic candidate Jackie Rosen at 47.1%, a difference of less than 5,000 votes, with 91% of all votes counted. Pennsylvania has Republican David McCormick at 50.4% over Democrat Bob Casey Jr. at 49.6%, a difference of about 50,000 votes, with 92% of votes counted. And Michigan has Democrat Elissa Slotkin at 48.7% over Republican Mike Rogers at 48.2%, a difference of less than 30,000 votes, with 95% of votes counted. And finally, Arizona, it seems, is the least close of the group so far, with Democrat Ruben Gallego at 50.4% over Republican Kari Lake at 47.7%. But I should mention that only 66% of votes have been counted there. With Republicans controlling both the Oval Office and the Senate, all eyes now turn to the House of Representatives. The numbers here are varied depending on which poll you use. 218 seats are needed to control the House, and so far neither party has reached that number, but here's what we know. The AP has the GOP at 201 and the Dems at 183. Fox News has it at 200 to 180, NBC has it at 206 to 182, CNN has it at 204 to 182, and Decision Desk has it at 210 to 194. All of these are in favor of the GOP. Each party has flipped some seats. Again, those numbers vary depending on which poll you use, but the net gain is favoring the GOP. In 2020, the House went to the Democrats, 222 to 213, but those numbers flipped at the midterms in 2022. Now, should the Republicans gain control over the House, this would have President-elect Trump's second term start off like his first, with a unified Congress. Since 1857, the government has been unified only 48 times, 23 under Democrats, and 25 under Republicans. This would be the 26th time for Republicans, with this being the 119th Congress. And that's all for today. We'd like to thank you for tuning in to 5 While You Drive. If you enjoyed what you heard, please give us a follow on X or visit AmericanDailyPress.com. If you have any feedback for us, you can send us an email at 5drive, that's the number 5 and the word drive, at AmericanDailyPress.com.